in a perfectly functioning either White House or Pentagon, how often should you be told that you're doing something wrong, or that somebody should tell you no? How much a part of that should be a part of a good operating procedure?
Well, I think, first of all, in any setting, let's be honest, when the boss says, most bosses say, I want your candor. I want you to tell me when you think I'm doing something wrong, until you do. And then a lot of people have found out, well, maybe they didn't want that candor after all, and have found themselves out on the street. I think you obviously have to be judicious about it. I mean, if you're going in carping at your boss every day, you're probably not going to last very long. But I think on the big things, that's where it's important to be, to tell yourself, this is important for this person, it's important for the country, and I owe it to them to disagree. And I will tell you, I had some significant disagreements at various times with President Obama over the defense budget, over how we would get rid of don't ask, don't tell, and so on. And we would go at it sometimes in the Oval Office, in private, but at the end, more often than not, he would stand up and smile and say, "Are you sure I can't get you to stay for another year?" So it's a two-sided coin. The employee needs to be willing, the subordinate needs to be willing to tell the truth to power. But the boss needs to be big enough to recognize that person is actually trying to help them.
One of your concerns about President Trump was that there would not be somebody in his orbit who could tell him no and that he would accept it. Do you have a view about how that's worked out?
Well, I still have confidence that the people that I know personally, people like Kelly and Mattis and Tillerson, are the kind of people who will tell the president if he's headed down the wrong path. You know, there are a lot of different ways to do this with a boss. I mean, you don't walk in and say, that's the dumbest thing you've ever done, or at least this week. But it's another to say, you know, there's a different way to do this that might come out better. And so it does require a certain tactical skill in terms of how you do this. But you know, the truth is, John, this is true of anybody in any organization in the country. It doesn't matter whether it's in a school or a business or a government. It's how are you going to tell your boss that he's headed down the wrong track and to try and get him to course correct.